Hello students, on behalf of JKG International School, I welcome you all to our new chapter video tutorial for chapter number 3, that is CSS selectors. Fine, so let's start. Basically, what are CSS selectors? Let me confirm you once that you can say CSS selectors are used to find the HTML elements you want to style. Okay. Uh, this topic will cover how CSS selectors target HTML elements. Selectors are used in a wide range over 50 selection methods offered by CSS language, including elements, classes, IDs, pseudos, elements, and pseudo classes, and the patterns. Fine. We can divide CSS selectors into 5 categories mainly. Simple selectors, fine, combinational, pseudo classes, pseudo elements, and attribute. Here are some uh, information for you. For example, DIY, the universal selector that selects all the elements. Fine. Dot blue, class selector, all elements with the class blue. Dot blue dot red, all the elements with class blue and red, a type of command selector. Fine. Headline, ID selector, the element with ID attribute set to the headline. Pseudo class, all the elements with pseudo classes. Pseudo elements, elements that matches pseudo elements. Lang, element that matches lang declaration, for example span lang. And the last and but not the least, DIY P child selector. Here is an example being done for you. In the same way, we had started with the doc type HTML, then head, style. We have added P, text align is center and color is red. Then style is closed, head is closed. In body section, we started P again here. Every paragraph will be affected by the style. PID, please mention here, PID is equals to par of 1, me 2, P is closed here, then P and me, P is closed again, body is closed, HTML closed. Whenever you will perform the this coding, you will get the result like this. Here you can say, if I have used that my style element, then every paragraph will be affected is center aligned, as well as that is red in color, me too and me as well. Fine, now we're going to learn about class name selectors. The class name selectors select all the elements with the targeted class name. Fine. Next we can learn here the backgrounds. With CSS you can set colors, gradients and images as a background of an element. It's possible to specify various combinations of images, colors and graphics and adjust the size, positioning and repetitions of these. In HTML, a color can be specified by using a color name only. So we are having some color names here. Red would be tomato, orange is perfectly orange, blue is the Dodger blue, this is the medium sea green, this will be calling the gray color, and this is slate blue color, this is violet, and this is light gray. Again, I would like everybody to learn these colors because we cannot use another names for in spite of that. Okay. Next we can say background color property sets the background color for an element using a color value or through keywords such as transparent, inherits or initials. Transparent specifies that the background color would be transparent. This is default. Inherits, this property form its parent element. Initial sets this property to its default value. Next is hex color codes. Hex color code is used to denote RGB components of a color in the base 16 hexadecimal notation. Fine. For example, is a bright red, where the red component of the color is 256 bits and the corresponding green and blue portion of the color is 0. If both the values in each of 3 RGB pairings are the same, then the color code will be shortened into 3 characters only. Fine. Here I would like to let you know that hexa notations is a case insensitive. You can write down in any whether rather than small writing or the capital words, you can use anyhow. Another way to declare a color is to use RGB. The RGB stands for red, green and blue. Fine. And requires three separate values between 0 and 255 put between brackets and correspondent with the decimal color value for respectively red, green and blue. Fine. We have to declare values for all these three colors. RGB allows you to add an additional alpha parameter between 0.0 and 1.0 to define opacity. Another way to declare a color is to use HSL. Fine. HSL stands for hue, saturation and lightness. Is also often called HLS. Hue is a degree on the color wheel, saturation is a percentage between 0 to 100 and lightness is also a percentage between 0 to 100%. Next we are going to learn about the background image. The background image property is used to specify a background image to be applied to all the matched elements. By default, this image is tiled to cover the entire element excluding margin. My class can say the background image. Here we have given a URL path to the image. Fine. To use multiple images as the background image, define comma separated by this. Fine. You can give a comma again here and you can add another URL of that image. The images will stack according to their order with the first declared image on the top of the others and so on. That means whomsoever link URL has been written first, that will appear first, and then the another one, image 2, image 1. Image 1 will appear first and image 2 will appear in the second form. That would be the end of the tutorial. If you are having any queries, we'll be solving that in our Microsoft session. So see you soon and thank you so much. Take care.